Hi guys, it's me again, Teacher Love. And this is So as you can remember last time, we made a homemade agar plate and we let the bacteria from our yeast grow. Here's the recap. So for today, we will be utilizing the plates that we have made from the last experiment. Because today, we will apply negative staining and gram staining techniques to our bacteria. The first step in most bacterial staining procedures is the preparation of a good smear. A good smear is the key to a good stain. So we will now proceed in preparing a good smear for our staining activity for today. For our first step, since we are using an agar plate, which is a solid medium, we will begin the step by adding 1 drop of water to the center of our glass slide. For the second step, before we begin putting our bacteria sample in the slide, we must first make sure to sterilize our inoculating loop by passing it at an angle through the flame of a candle or our Bunsen burner until the entire length of the wire becomes orange from the heat. In this way, all contaminants on the wire are incinerated. Step 3. We can now get a sample, just a little amount of bacteria from the colonies in our plate, and mix it completely with our water in the slide. Spread the mixture out to cover about half of the total slide area. Once the liquid has completely evaporated, heat fix by passing the slide through a flame 3 times. If you heat fix too little, the bacteria will wash off the slide. If you heat fix too much, you will cook the bacteria and denature them. The gram stain is the most important and universally used staining technique in the bacteriology laboratory. It is used to distinguish between gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. The difference between gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria lies in the ability of the cell wall of the organism to retain the crystal violet stain. For the first step, cover the smear with crystal violet for 30 seconds. Wash the slide carefully with distilled water. Remember to do not squirt water directly onto the smear. Third step, without drying, cover the smear with grams iodine for 30 seconds. Fourth step, without washing, decolorize the slide with the decolorizing agent. Let it run through the smear until no large amounts of purple will be washed out. The degree of decolorizing depends on the thickness of the smear. This is a critical step. Do not over-decolorize. Fifth step is to immediately wash the slide with distilled water. Add saffron and stain for 30 seconds. Last step, wash the slide with distilled water and blot the slide dry with a paper towel or absorbent paper. Negative stains are used to view cell morphology and arrangement of microorganisms and selected because of the minimal damage and distortion of the bacterial structures. The shapes and sizes of the organisms are seen as color-free outlines against a dark background. An advantage of using this method is that prior fixation by heat is not needed, so the organisms are seen in more lifelike shapes. The first step in the negative staining technique is adding a small drop of nichrosine to the slide. Step 2. Transfer 1 needful of bacteria into the drop of nichrosine and mix gently. Use a second slide held at a 45-degree angle to smear across your slide. Last step, allow the slides to air dry on the counter. Remember, do not use slide warmer.